So, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Two in the Zone. We have the one and only Joe's Picks. We're doing a couple Super Bowl favorite bets for you guys today. But before we get into some of our favorite bets and favorite prop bets, please uh, give a shout out to our sponsor, Seven Stack Sports, right there, right on the screen at Seven Stack Sports. Give them a follow. They are the best book on Twitter. The offer that I wanted to give you guys is 200% free play bonus plus 100% risk free on your first bet. So a lot of free money been being given out by Seven Stacks. That's 200% free play bonus for all new customers if you sign up today, plus 100% risk free on your first bet. All right, Joe, let's get into tonight's game where I know we're only minutes away here. I'm on this Colorado State Boise State game, so I'm
I
super
was I was
excited.
just looking at that. I saw
Okay.
Shaver hit it. I saw Shaver hit a three, but
Yeah. I'm on Colorado State +2, so this would be a pretty bad beat if they lose it in overtime. But
I had
um,
Boise first half, so I'm gonna be mad if they win. So I'm with
oh,
you. I'm rooting
gotcha.
for.
All right, man. So this game, it's basically the Bengals, right? Bengals, Joe Burrow against Stafford and the Rams. Everybody knows kind of the line movement. It's been up and down from 4.5 to 4 to 3.5, back up to 4. In some spots right now, they have it at 4.5. How do you analyze line movement like that?
Honestly, I usually like to fade steam, but on the first half of plays. So we see it a lot in basketball where like it'll be a pick 'em and they'll get steam to -3. I then like to take the other side on the first half. I didn't really do that here with this game, but I am on Bengals first half +3. I got a pretty good number at +103, so I got plus
Okay.
money there. But I kind of just think the Bengals are going to come out and they got nothing to lose. I think all the pressure is kind of on the Rams. So I didn't really take the line movement into account much, but I'm on the Bengals first half here. I think they're going to come out strong.
All right, I do like that. We're on opposites. So I like the Rams for the game, and which means I kind of like the first half as well. +3, -3. I mean, it's tough. The Bengals notoriously start out really slow, but I can definitely see the angle. Yeah, we're going into overtime in that game. So I definitely see the angle there when it comes to Bengals +3. It's kind of very regressional, very contrarian. So I do like that. Those any specific props or anything that you like heading into tonight?
Yeah, I actually ended up taking 6 player props for this game. One of my favorites was Cam Akers under 64.5 rushing yards. He just hasn't really been that impressive
Mhm.
throughout the postseason since he came back. He had this miraculous recovery from that Achilles injury, came back faster than everyone expected, only been averaging 2.8 yards a carry, had a couple crucial key fumbles, and Sonny Michel has been their guy. He's been very reliable throughout the whole season with him absent. Henderson had some injuries, so he really stepped up. I think in the clutch, they're going to give some carries to Michel because I just think they trust him more as a ball handler. So one of my favorites was Akers under 64.5. And then on the other side, I also took Joe Mixon over 3.5 receptions, -130. I think there's going to be a lot of checkdowns. Burrow's going to be under pressure. And I think Mixon's going to be able to get at least 4 catches.
I do want to let our viewers know Joe and I did not speak before this. Like, we're not aligning on all of our bets. So I am as well on the under 64.5 rushing yards for Cam Akers. The last couple of weeks, he hasn't had a really good yards per carry average. Also, fumble issues, especially in that Tampa Bay Bucks game. And this is Sean McVay's like second chance in the Super Bowl. I don't think he's going to be messing around if Akers is not going to be doing
Yep.
his job. So I think there's going to be a little Sony Michelle. And also, like you said, Daryl Henderson is back. Daryl Henderson, during the meat of the season, was the number one running back and was really good for them. So I expect Daryl Henderson to at least have 2, 3, 4, 5 carries himself, which should eat into the Cam Akers usage. And then on the second one, I am also on the Joe Mixon over 3.5 receptions. I think Joe and I are reading it very similar in the fact that Burrow has a really bad offensive line. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket often, early and often. So potentially a lot of checkdowns or a lot of quick, 3-step drop slants to his receivers. But I see Mixon and even Samaje Perine getting a lot of catches. So I like both of them. I ended up playing the Mixon over 3.5 reception yards. To take a step further, not only am I on the Cam Akers under rushing yards, I'm on a Joe Mixon under rushing yards. I think both teams in the second half, they're just going to go to what they know, and that's passing. They throw the ball a ton. They don't really run the ball well. I would say this though: the Bengals defensive line or front seven don't defend the run very well. So maybe you see some running there from the Rams. But I think when it's all said and done with Stafford, he's just more comfortable with the ball in his hands, and I think he's going to throw a ton. So I like Akers and Mixon under. Any other, like, there's a lot of popular kicking props and things like that. Anything like that that stand out to you, Josh?
I didn't do any like kicking props or anything like that. I did 3 kind of plus money obscure bets. I did CJ Uzoma anytime TD at plus 300. I got a pretty good number there. I did Sonny Michel first TD plus 1800. I also gave out a long shot on Michel on another show. I over 46.5 yards at plus 850 for Michel. I put some beer money on that. And then the other kind of obscure one I did was MVP first to thank family at plus 600.
I like that.
I think
what's the favorite? God, I'm assuming.
God, no, it was. I think God or religion was second, and
Okay.
I think something else was one. But if Matt Stafford wins MVP, which he's the favorite to win, his wife had. I wrote about this. His wife had brain surgery. They had
wow.
a whole.
Look
ESPN,
at you doing the research.
They had a whole ESPN story on it about how much his family means to him. They have 4 kids. His wife had to basically relearn how to walk again. So I think if Stafford wins it, I think he's going to thank his wife for the support first. So I thought there's some decent value on plus 600 there.
Look at that, taking his family and Joe's finding angles on that. I love it. We do have a few comments. Again, guys, we are live right now on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. So please check us out. You can definitely leave us comments. Do want to give a quick shout out to 7 Stack Sports. He's giving away, I believe, a 200% free play bonus and then 100% risk free on your first bet for all new customers. We still have about 40 minutes until the Super Bowl. So please sign up for that. Even if you have other books already, definitely add 7 Stacks to your repertoire. All right. First comment here on Twitter. FanDuel over 4.5 rushing players plus 122. Thoughts? Akers, Henderson, Sony, Stafford, and Cup. Not sure what he's referring to. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, he's like over 4.5 players to have a rushing attempt. I kind of like that. I think, yeah, I like that. I think at least Cup or someone, like sometimes they do those like receiver handoffs to Higbee, like when he's like going in motion out of the backfield and they just hand it to him. I actually like that.
Okay. So Akers, Henderson. I see. So 4.5 players on the Rams to run. I think Higbee is out, right? Is Higbee out?
Oh, is he out? Well,
even if he is,
out,
Van Jefferson maybe.
It's going to be somebody. It's just like a system play. Like they're going to hand it to somebody. But yeah, I like that.
Yeah, there was a reporter today on a radio station, national radio station. He says that Aaron Donald is actually going to play 1 or 2 plays on offense. So
I can see it.
Yeah, I think they have a couple packages with him, whether it's running
like on the goal line.
Yeah. So yeah, I like that. Good job, Todd Hilton. Let's see if we have any other comments. Joe, feel free to chime in with any other bets or angles that you see for today.
Yeah, one other one that I did was I did 2 passing props. So I did Burrow under 278.5. Not really correlated with some of the other ones. I just think he's going to have such a hard time moving the ball. Maybe it hits in garbage time, but I also did Stafford over 283.5. I just think they're going to throw the ball. I think I would like to say that McVay is going to let them loose and throw the ball over the yard. I'm not sure about that, but I think when it comes down to it, I think Stafford's going to have 300 plus yards at the end of the day.
Okay, I hope you're right. So one bet I have somewhat related to that, but I have the longest completion for Stafford, over 38.5 yards. They have a trio of receivers that are really explosive from Kupp, OBJ, and Van Jefferson. I actually think that there's going to be a long one to Van Jefferson in this game. and hopefully 2 of my props hit because I have a Stafford over 38.5 longest completion and a Van Jefferson over 18.5 longest reception.
That
So
was Van Jefferson was like Dead's favorite like long shot player. I think he gave out Van Jefferson over 89.5 yards at like plus 1,000 or something.
Oh, okay.
Like he really liked Van Jefferson.
All right, so let's get back into the actual game. No player props here. I think you mentioned Bengals first half. How are you leaning, or what are you leaning in terms of the totals?
I kind of lean towards the over. I think both teams are going to have to throw. I don't see this being a knockdown, drag out defensive game unless both coaches just kind of run the ball like on first down like they did a lot in the other game. But I lean to the over. I think it's going to be more of a shootout. I mean, I hope it's like that. I don't want to see, a low scoring game, but my lean is towards the over. I didn't take a side on the total though. Didn't bet it.
Okay, got you. So we have a question here in the YouTube live stream. What are the odds for the Aaron Donald MVP? So let me pull that up. Unless you have that.
I think last time I saw it was like plus 2,000, something like that, somewhere around that.
MVP, actually, it's steaming. So he started out, I know, at 50-1. That's when the game. This was 2 weeks ago. Now, right, according to a couple national books, he's 14-1. So he's plus 1,400. Aaron Donald. I think the value's gone. In the last 21 years, I think there's only been 4 defensive players. It's usually almost all the time the quarterback. So Aaron Donald would have to do a strip sack fumble for a touchdown, or
he'd have to score a touchdown. I mean,
yeah, I think he would have to sack and score. What if he gets an offensive touchdown and then has 2 sacks? Maybe he does win it.
I think he would have to get 3 sacks, a defensive touchdown, and something else like an interception or an offensive touchdown. I think that's what it would take for him to win.
Yeah, I think it's a long shot there.
If the game ends up being like 10-3 though, and like they both QBs just play terrible, and like the only score is a defensive touchdown, like that could be another way he wins.
Yeah, I don't see that happening though, just because the softness of the Bengals defense. I mean, I will give them props. The way they played in the second half, the Chiefs game was probably the best that defense has played all season, maybe in the last couple seasons. They holding, Patrick Mahomes to only 55 yards in the second half. So props to them. Maybe they can do that today, but I think the Rams just have too much firepower. If you had to choose like an ending that nobody really kind of expects or projects, what would happen? What do you think is going to happen?
An ending that no one expects. Well, probably a Bengals blowout. If Bengals win by 2+ touchdowns, I don't think anyone's really expecting that. Like we get like a 31-14 type game where like the game goes under and the Bengals win by like over 2 touchdowns. I would say that's probably the most obscure outcome.
Look at that. The one and only Dead Prez, guys. Everybody, please retweet the one and only Dead Prez is in. What's up, my guy?
What's up, boys? Yeah, sorry about that. Traveling all over today, so.
No worries. No worries. Yeah, we were talking about player props, and me and Joe, we actually have a lot that we kind of overlap, from Mixon over 3.5 receptions, Cam Akers under 64.5 rushing yards, and a couple others. What are some of your favorite props heading into today?
Yeah, I'm also I'm on Cam's under 64.5. I've seen that played by a few people so far. I think a lot of people think the same thing. Michelle getting a lot of the work in this game. So I like Cam's under. I like Van Jefferson over in yards. I've been on that pretty much for the last 10 days. And then also his longest longest catch over 16.5. So
I got him at 18.5. So hopefully we both hit.
All right. That. Yeah, we'll find our way. And then I also like Von Miller recording a sack. So those are the props that I'm riding here.
So
what odds on that for Von Miller?
What is nuts?
I got minus 140 on Miller. So don't love the juice there, but I think he'll get home.
Okay. Sounds good. So it sounds like from your props, it sounds like you're leaning the Rams. Is that correct?
Yeah. I've also, I hopped on them right away. So I've been on them since the start. So riding the Rams, baby.
Nice, man. All right.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was on Bengals. I haven't seen anyone like in the universe give out Bengals first half. I kind of like Bengals first half
Yeah.
for that reason a little more. But like the whole narrative is that like Bengals have been starting out slow, and like I usually like to fade those narratives like a kind of a regression system. So my
Right.
hope is that the Bengals just start out fast and then kind of fade second half, like the opposite of the game flow of their other games. So that was kind of my thought process.
If they start out fast, I don't know if they're gonna end slow, man. I think the Rams are gonna. I think the Rams are. So I agree with you, Joe. I think all the pressure is on the Rams. Like not
Yeah,
only
it
the
has to be.
franchise, but some of their
Stafford.
individual players, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, like you said, Stafford, who's 34. We know Joe Burrow is great, and he's going to be around for at least 10, 15 more years. This is kind of like the start of, potential Tom Brady, right? Tom Brady in 2000 was also the dog, comes in and beat the Rams. So there's a lot of, parallels there, but I'll be honest, I do like the Rams today. I was going back and forth, mostly on the Rams, and then like this morning I woke up, I was like, man, what if Joe Burrow's the next Tom Brady? But I'm just gonna stick with my guns. I like the Rams. Dead. Any other bets or any other angles that you want to discuss?
No, pretty much in alignment there. So on Rams, and then just the props. I did take first kickoff touchback. I know we were going back on
Okay.
that, but
Yeah.
once I got the plus money, I had to. I feel like everyone's taking no now, so I'm trying to be.
Well, I
be
saw
different.
something. It was like 26 out of the last 28 Super Bowls had a return, and then they also used a brand new football for
Yeah,
the opening kickoff, and then that football gets thrown out. That football doesn't get used, and
yeah,
apparently,
never.
like the used footballs, like they fly further, I guess, because they're
Mhm.
broken in. So I don't know. That was just some background on it.
I think even if it goes like 8 yards deep, they might just take it out. Just to like just to
Maybe.
just to
Just
keep
kick
the
it out
fun
of the end
going.
zone.
Who
Yeah.
are the kick returners? Like some guys like that just like take it out no matter what.
Yeah,
like
they'll
Antonio
just
Cromartie
do
used to
it.
do. Like he would literally take out balls like 9 yards deep. So like
Yeah.
some guys just do it no matter what.
Devin Hester for sure.
Yeah, like those guys, like they don't care about that.
All
I
right,
don't know
guys.
who the returners are.
All right, we are just a couple minutes away. Everybody, thank you so much for jumping on. One last time, guys, definitely give 7 Stacks Sports a follow. They are doing 200% free play bonus and 100% risk-free on your first bet for all new customers. I know, there's a big game today, but they're still betting tomorrow, right? This is not the end-all, be-all. So definitely get 7 Stacks into your books that you use. Take advantage of that. Dead Prez, any final thoughts, my guy?
No, yeah, definitely give Stacks a look. Take advantage of this. We've had a ton of people signing up all week, but you got 30 minutes to get involved. So make sure you shoot any of us a DM, and we'll set you up.
All right, guys. Thank you, Joes. Thank you, Dead Prez. We'll do
All
this
right.
soon.
See you guys. Good luck.
All right, bye.
See you guys.